let's just hop right into best bets. Let's keep the good feelings going. I'm going to stay in the AAC. I like Cincinnati laying 3 at SMU, and I'm going to keep it very simple and high level. Tanner Mordecai shreds bad passing defenses, as he did last week against Navy. But when he plays quote-unquote good defenses, let's go back the last 4 games dating back to last year. TCU this year, 2 touchdowns, but 2 picks. They end up not winning that game. Against UCF, 0 touchdowns and interception. You go back to last season against Tulsa and a Joe Gillespie coach defense, 1 touchdown, 2 INTs. And when they played Cincy last year, he went 15 for 26 for, wait for it, 66 passing yards. So this is a Cincinnati defense. I understand that Sauce Gardner and Kobe Bryant are gone, and it's not the same cast of characters. But in terms of what I believe in the most in the AAC, it's the Cincinnati defense. I believe they'll get it done. I think they can scheme to put a lot of pressure on them in this game. And if SMU is not killing it through the air, they're not covering this number of 3. So I'm not scared away as, a road favorite at this key number of 3. I'm going to go ahead and play the Bearcats. What are your thoughts on this wide open race? Or is it really just a 2-horse race between the Bearcats and the Golden Knights?
Yeah, I'm glad you took this because this was on my, bonus pick cutting room floor. This was the one I was going to mention this at the end of the pod. I agree. I like Cincinnati. I totally agree with he said. I just, Mordecai is way too reliant on Rashee Rice. He just, anytime they need a key play, he's looking, he just stares Rashee Rice down. He's a monster, but Cincinnati, I like what they've done on offense. They're way more open. They throw the ball a lot better. And SMU's defense is just bad. So I like it a lot.
All right. How about your best bet here in week 8?
Yeah, I'm gonna put my money where my mouth is. I've kind of mentioned this a couple times throughout the year. And I think Troy's the best team in this division. I've said it all year. I'm taking Troy +3 against South Alabama. I love what Kane Womack's done. I think South Alabama's good. I mentioned that a couple weeks ago as well. But like I said, I've said Troy's the best team, so I'm taking him here, especially as a dog. We both agreed the winner of this game wins the West, correct?
Yes, I think it's absolutely locked up. It's really just a 2-team race out there.
This is the game. South Alabama's 5-1. They're only lost to UCLA, and they already beat Louisiana on the road, which is nice. But Troy's 5-2. Their only loss was to Ole Miss and that App State on that Hail Mary. But they covered in both of those games. They're 4-0 against the spread as an underdog this year. Gunnar Watson's 3rd in the league in passing, but he has struggled with turnovers. And he left last week's game hurt. I think that's a good thing because Jared Dagey has been mixing in more and more each week. And honestly, he looks better. I think this is Dagey's job eventually, if not for this game. I think it's one of those things where even if Watson's 99%, they're holding him out because they want Dagey to play. They have good receivers. Tez Johnson's a freak on the outside. They've been running the ball a lot better over the last couple of games. That's an area they've started with over the last 2 years, but they have been doing that a lot better the last 3 or 4 weeks, which I like. And I just love this Troy defense. They were top 25 in the country against the pass last season. They're top 30 again this year. We talked about Carlton Martial all the time. He's 40 tackles away from breaking the all-time record. He's one of the best linebackers in the entire country, not just G5. He is so good. And this defense is just elite at preventing big plays, which is something South Alabama really relies on, especially running the ball. They're 35th in explosiveness, but they're 105th in success rate. So that tells me they don't move the ball well, but they just pick up big plays here and there. Well, Troy does not allow that. So I don't think South Alabama is going to be able to run the ball very well. And I just like their defense. I like Carter Bradley too, but I think this is a coin flip game. I think Troy's the better team, and I'll definitely take the 3 points.
I love the Trojans there. We talked about it ad nauseum in August. We had probably the longest G5 preview was the Sun Belt. And it was a team we were high on, and they've absolutely backed it up. They've gotten more out of their offense. They need to take that next step. And whichever quarterback ends up going, they're certainly better than their offense from last year. And I agree. I think their run defense is going to be able to win the day here. They just got to protect the football.